All right. Hi, ladies and gents. Is he on? He's not even on yet, and I nailed it. Dang it, Tommy. I said stop. Tonight is January 10th. I was going to say 2nd, but it's the second Zoom call of the new year. So as you guys seen in the team page, I wanted to touch on a topic that I think a lot of people could benefit from hearing about, right? So basically it's how to be a good coach. I have it broken down in 4 different sections: reaching out to people, making friends, hitting Success Club, and how to be the best coach, right? So we all signed up as a Beachbody coach because we wanted to help people. And when we came into this business, we didn't know if we were going to be good coaches, right? Did anyone, I want honest answers here. Did anyone sign up and think, I'm going to be the best coach ever? Like, did you honestly feel that way? Oh, Teresa did? Okay. I, however, did not. Anyone feel me on that one? Did you feel like you may not be the best coach ever? All right. We got a couple of those. Okay. So whether you thought you were going to be the best coach ever, or know you're going to be the best coach ever, or you still have those little doubts or those fears that keep you back from whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, this call is for you. So we're going to touch on reaching out. We're going to touch on making a friend. We're going to touch on Success Club, and we're going to talk about becoming the best coach possible. So this is my 5th month. This month is my 5-year anniversary as a coach. That makes me that gives me shivers, guys, because it's crazy. I came back. I don't want to share my story and bore you guys with it, but I came from a place of darkness, if I could say. Yay, Jackie! Today's Jackie's 2-year anniversary of coaching. I was in a very dark spot, from my mental well-being, from my physical well-being to my financial well-being. Everything in my life at the time was dark. And I had no belief in myself at all. I didn't think that anybody in their right mind would ever want to join me on this journey, let alone did I think I was actually going to have the balls, to reach out to other people and ask them if they would want to join me. It's scary. And I've been through 5 years of this, guys. And when I started reaching out to people and I started making those friends, and organically I'd start hitting Success Club, it just happened. And I never stopped. And now it's a new year. It's 2017. But I'm going about being a different coach to my challengers. And tonight I'm going to talk to you guys about it. But I'm going to save the best for last, if you will. So sit tight and bear with me. So first off, reaching out. I hope you guys all have notes. If you have notes, notepad, whatever you I was going to say dribble on. Don't be dribbling. Scribbling on. You guys get me. All right. So reaching out. The first thing that you have to do, and I'm going to be honest, this is probably super hard for 99% of you. Be fearless. What do I mean by being fearless? Fearless means being unafraid. Stop overthinking things. Stop being afraid of rejection. Stop being afraid of putting yourself out there on social media and sharing your story and thinking you're going to have a negative feedback. Be fearless. Own who you are, where you came from, and where you're going. Because if, for whatever reason, you have a fear or something limiting you, you are not living up to your true potential. Meaning, you cannot give others your true potential. So first things first, be fearless. Who's writing their daily affirmations? Just out of curiosity. Heyo. If you're not, I'd start tomorrow. One of your affirmations I can give you, I am fearless. Write that down. I am fearless. I am unafraid. I am not afraid of anything. I am no longer limiting myself because I am not afraid. You have to be fearless, because if you're not, you're going to let the littlest things hold you back. And what I mean by that is You're going to overthink an invite. You're going to overthink a friend request. You're going to overthink a post. You're going to overthink how you share your story. And when you do that, you hesitate. You don't go all in. You spend way too much time creating, recreating, whatever it is that you're doing, and you don't give it your all. So you have to be fearless, okay? Number 2, know you are badass. Sorry, I'm going to be dropping some bombs tonight. This is tough Vicki. You guys are like, yeah, right. We know tough Vicki. She's not so tough. Be badass. Okay, when I first started, one of my first 3 books was You Are a Badass, right? But it was on Kindle. It was before I was a page turner. It was way back when I was like, I don't want to read self-help books. I don't want to read a book. I haven't read a book since high school, blah, blah, blah. I read that book on my Kindle and I was like, oh my gosh, where's a highlighter? How can I highlight on my Kindle? Oh my gosh, I need something. That was the book like that did it for me. That and The Magic of Thinking Big. But that one was like, she was talking on my level. Like she has bad grammar. She cusses. Like she tells it like it is. And she got me. If you have not read that book, get it and read it. So I just ordered that book again. And I'm going to read it again as a page turner because I'm going to highlight the shit out of it. I'm super excited. So know that you are badass. Know that you have so much to offer to everybody. And okay, let me take that back. Know that you have so much to offer to your tribe, to the people like you, because you cannot help everybody. Like I will not be able to market towards, Jamie's people or Teresa's or Jen's or Katrina's. Like we all have things that make us this like very similar, but we all have very different brands. We all have very different connections and things that make us us. So we have a very different audience than one another. So we can't act like we're going to help everybody because in the end, if we try to help everybody, we're not helping anyone. But if you dial down and get detailed in your post and who you're talking to, you're going to be helping so many people just like you. Okay? But you have to know that you're badass. You have to believe in yourself and know like, hey, I got this. I may not know how many calories are in Shakeology, or I may not know how many containers tier 3 needs to be eating on 21 Day Fix or whatever. But I know what I have to offer is badass. And I'm the best person to give it to my tribe, right? You have to know that. I've been a coach for almost 5 years, guys. I don't know everything. There's Google, there's the online office, there's all sorts of researching things that you can do to find out what you need to know. Don't think that you have to wait to be badass to know everything. Know that you're a badass right now, okay? I'm going to say badass just one more time. Now that my door's shut, gotta make sure that the kiddo, doesn't hear me. Okay. Thirdly, lead with love. Lead with your heart. Because if you lead with money, if you lead with the goal of hitting Success Club, if you lead with, I need to help 3 people change their lives this month, you're not going to be genuine. You're going to be pushy. You're going to be convincing. It's going to be salesy, and you're not going to be yourself. So you need to lead with love. Lead with, this goes into my next point, your mission. What is the purpose of you being a Beachbody coach? See, I created a mission statement. I worked with a spiritual coach who I'm taking a break from right now because I'm just trying to focus on you guys and everything. But he's amazing and I'm still going to work with him. But he helped me, and some of you were on this call, he helped me create my mission statement, right? And my mission statement, I hope it's like a triple down effect to you guys. And if you want to create your own, that's beautiful. I love it. But if you want to be a part of mine, you guys are my tribe. Sharing is caring. So my mission, and I have to open it up a little bit because mine's a little more specific now that we have some people on here. But I empower people to find their inner strength and become unstoppable. My biggest thing about my journey is self-love. Like to me, losing 130 pounds was cake. It was actually learning to love myself that took work. And I find that's the people I attract. That's the people that I attract that need to learn to love themselves, to find their inner strength. So when I'm remembering my mission, when I'm reaching out to people and I'm leading with love, I can go no wrong. There's no way I'm going to be pushy or convincing or salesy if I'm remembering my mission. If I'm leading with love and knowing what I'm meant to do. But if I start thinking about Success Club, if I'm starting to think about numbers or things like that, then it gets weird. Then everything gets jumbled and I start not being myself. And you feel forced and everything just feels uncomfortable. And you probably start going back to not feeling so much like a badass. And you start fearing everything, right? That fear of, oh my gosh, am I going to miss Success Club? Oh my gosh, what if this person says no? So all those things are just getting thrown out the window. But if you lead with your heart and you're genuine about what it is that your purpose is, what is your mission, and you lead with that every single day. If you guys have a scheduler or a to-do list or even a Post-it note that you write down the things that you need to get with or get done every single day, maybe on top, write your mission. Write your purpose. What you're going to achieve that day has to do with what your mission is. So every morning I'm going to start writing out, I empower people to find their inner strength to become unstoppable. And when I start reaching out to these people, I'm going to remember that every single time, every single conversation, whether it's brand new, a follow-up, a reconnect, whatever it is. You got to remember your mission. Okay. One of the 4 vital behaviors is inviting. You can't invite people if they're not in your life. So we talk about adding to our network. I like calling it making new friends. Okay? When you set a task or when you set a to-do list and one of your goals, if you will, for the day is expanding your network, I want you to think of it as making new friends. You have to remember that people are a new friend. They are not a task. They are not a number. They're not something that you check off. This business is a relationship business. It is not a Success Club point-based business. It is not how many people that you can have like your Instagram photos business. Or how many people like your Facebook like page business. It's a life-changing business. So you have to realize when you're making new friends, these are your new friends. You're intentionally looking for new friends that you'd want to hang out with in real life. Let's be real here. I'm not going to be following someone on Instagram if I don't really want to kick it with them in real life. If I wouldn't invite them over for Thursday night football. You know what I mean? So you've got to be real about connecting with people. Get to know them. Don't just, and I know some of you guys have received these too. I get random friend requests and I'm like, hey girl, thanks for sending me a friend request. And I get this emoji. That's it. First off, the thumbs up emoji makes me want to slap a bitch. I'm not, that was a little harsh. But like, seriously, I hate the thumbs up emoji. Like, to me, that's like someone saying like, you're not good enough or you're welcome or, just something else other than the thumbs up. Y'all are going to like text me right now with thumbs up emojis. I know you guys. But if you reach out to someone, send them a random friend request, follow them on Instagram, follow wherever, talk to them. Get to know them. Be intentional about reaching out to them. Don't be that thumbs up emoji person. Or, hey, yeah, no prob. Why are you their friend? You want to know them? Oh, Jen White emojis. I'm going to kill you. You girl. I knew it. I knew something was coming. You want to get to know them. Be a part of their life, right? So go back to when you were in grade school and you wanted to find out, what's your favorite color? Oh my God, I just met my best friend. What's your favorite color? What's your favorite animal? What do you want to be when you grow up? Oh, a princess or a firefighter? Me too. You not asking those questions, but be on that same track because they're your friends. And as you were as excited when you were in 3rd, 4th, 5th grade, be that excited now. Because making friends, no matter how old you are, is fun. Especially if you're like-minded people, if they're actually people you want to hang out with in real life. So get to know them. And this is where that be fearless comes into play. And be honest, I'm going to ask you guys a question. How many of you guys have been afraid to ask questions or get to know your new friends because you felt too pushy or because you felt awkward asking them personal questions? Anybody? Okay. It's funny when I'm in conversations and people are like, oh my gosh, I have something super personal to ask you. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like I've had some pretty personal questions thrown my way. And they'll be like, what color hair dye you use? That's personal? Like, you're crazy. It's red violet. It's super personal. But be fearless. Get that fear out of your mind. Because if you're overstepping it, all you have to do, and if they say, hey, that's a little too personal, or I don't want to talk about my family or whatever, and they're honest about it, you could apologize. Just be humble. Everyone messes up, but you can't be afraid. Just be like, you could talk to them about anything that they post on social media, because if they're posting it publicly, they're not going to be afraid to talk about it, or it's not going to be too personal for them. Okay? And you could always stay on the basics, like family, occupation, recreation. So you could talk about their kids, their spouse, anything like that, what they do for a job, do they like to travel, what do they do for fun, things like that. But you have to be fearless when you're getting to know them. Then I want you to think, how can you add value to your new friends' lives? Be a giver, not a taker. Write that down. Be a giver. What can you give to your new friends? Are they just one more friend request or one more friend on Facebook so you could bump up those Facebook friends? No, you are not a taker. And if you were, that's fine. Brush that off. You are now a giver. What can you give to them? I'm not saying you can't deliver a $180 challenge pack kit start to them. That's not what I'm saying you can give. That's not the value I'm saying. What can you give after you just got to know them? Maybe they struggle with self-love. Maybe they struggle with balance from kids to husband time. Maybe they struggle with, there's so many things that people struggle with that I'm sure you have a little taste of it that you can relate. Because if you're sharing your story properly and who you are, the people you are attracting are somewhat like you in some way, shape, or form. So it's going to be making that easier for you to add value in their lives with their struggle, their pain points, where they're at in their lives. If they overcame something, if they're working on their journey right now, if they have kids the same age as you, or kids that struggle with the same things your kids struggle with, or maybe you guys have the same career, whatever it is. How can you add value to their lives? And this is probably my favorite point of making new friends. Never give up on them. Once they are your friend on Facebook or Instagram or in real life, never give up on them. If they tell you 1,000,000 times that they're going to purchase a challenge pack from you and they never get around to it, doesn't mean you give up on them. That is not the purpose of you making that friend. You don't give up on people because they have hardships, because they're not ready, because something has come up in their life. You keep on going. And I'm not saying that it's not a struggle when you put so much effort into someone and you're all excited about them signing up or whatever it is, joining you in some way, shape, or form. It stings a little bit. But first off, you can't take it personal because you actually have no idea where they're at in their life right now, no matter how honest they are with you. And you cannot take it personal. and you definitely cannot give up on them. So no matter what happens in that friendship, you keep checking in on them, you keep liking and commenting on their photos, you act like they're your real friend in real life because they are. You don't give up on your real life friends, right? Like if my girlfriend stood me up for lunch today, I'm not going to block her off Facebook. Ooh, that girl just stood me up for salad. I cannot believe her. No, that's not realistic. I'm not going to give up on my friends, regardless if they're Facebook friends, Instagram friends, real life friends. We don't give up on people because we wouldn't want anyone to give up on us, right? And we are givers, not takers. So those lead me to my next point. Success Club. Before I get into this, who has a goal of hitting Success Club every single month? Awesome. Okay. For those of you who don't know what Success Club is, real quick, Success Club is helping at least 3 people start their journey with a challenge pack. And why a challenge pack? Because it's both fitness and nutrition based. So it helps them in all areas all areas that can help someone reach their goals, whether it's losing weight, getting healthy, gaining muscle, getting lean, doing a bikini competition, whatever it is. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Jamie. Woo-woo! Sorry, had to throw that out there. Beachbody Classic. Okay. So Success Club. So this is a really good non-negotiable goal that I have for myself. But the funny thing is, I don't lead with Success Club. I have made, and I saw this in the back office today, I have made Success Club 10, which means I've helped at least 5 people every single month, 47 months in a row. 47 months in a row. And you know why? Because every single month I go in there looking to make new friends. I go into my month looking to add value to new people. I don't go into every single month saying, I'm going to hit Success Club 10. To me, it's not numbers. To me, it's people. And when you lead with your heart and you lead with your mission, that shit, sorry, I'm not sorry, that comes organically. That comes genuinely. That's like the bonus. Like I always say, if Beachbody never paid me, I would still do what I do every single day because I love it so much. And so the income is just a bonus. I don't have to actually get a job to pay for all my craziness that I have to pay for. Same thing with Success Club. I go out every single day intentionally making new friends, intentionally being a giver, adding value to their lives. And in the end, I'm hitting Success Club, which means in 4 months, I can go to Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, and I registered for Riviera Maya in Mexico next year. But you don't earn those things unless you hit Success Club. But if you thrive to hit Success Club, you won't hit it because you're missing the relationship part of it. But I'm going to break it down how you can hit Success Club if you don't already know. If the 2 other things I just talked about didn't hit you. So the first point is don't forget anything I already said in the beginning of this video. The second thing is you have to invite people. I know this is like the thorn in the rose for a lot of you, if not all of you. Because I know who it is because I seen y'all smile just now. You're like, God damn it, she's talking to me. Inviting is scary because we overthink. We don't know if we're qualified enough to help someone else. We don't know if we're good enough leader or coach, blah, 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 blah. Throw all of that out the window again. I never, ever, ever want you to say that or think that about yourself ever again. You are the best person to help so many women or men just like you. So when you go in to inviting, how do you do that? How do you do that without sounding like a used car salesman? Well, first off, if you're being a product of the product and actually doing the workouts and drinking Shakeology, you're getting progress, right? You're seeing some sort of results. Whether your digestion is better, your energy is better, you're losing weight, you're gaining muscle, whatever it is, you're seeing some results. And what happens when we see results? We get excited about it, right? And when someone's normally excited about something, they really have a hard time shutting up about it. So when you go out and you're making these friends and you're like, you have something on your mind you're super excited about. Oh my God, girl, I just lost a pant size. Oh, and your new friend says, oh my gosh, how'd you do that? I'm doing this program. It's a mixed martial arts kickboxing style program. So much fun. Oh my gosh, tell me more. Why? Are you interested? Have you ever done a mixed martial arts? Then you start talking to them. Okay? Then you turn it around on them and you ask questions. You know, for a long time, and I know a lot of you were with me when we did this, we did power hours that were basically cold invites. It was more geared towards coaching, but we did cold invites because I know it's that frog. If you guys haven't read Brian Tracy, Eat That Frog, the frog means like the hardest thing that you need to do on a day-to-day basis. For me right now, it's dishes. It's no longer inviting, it's dishes. But it's the thing that you hate to do the most. But knowing it's going to be the thing that gets you to where you want to be in your business. So many times you go in a conversation and you wait for Moses to part the seas, going, oh, now it's the perfect time to invite. That never happens. It's never going to happen. So get that out of your head because that's not going to happen. 5 years into coaching, I've never seen Moses show up and be like, okay, Vicki, invite. Here you go. You have to be intentional how the conversation goes. I know a lot of you are like, I don't know how to go from a conversation of talking to them to the invite. There's no right or wrong way to do it. You just do it. And if you're excited about something, it's hard not to do it, right? Like if you go shopping with a buddy or you go out and you do something fun and you're like, oh my gosh, I nailed putt-putt golf today. I don't even know if that's the right verbiage of putt-putt golf. I have no idea. But you go and you meet your friend for lunch and you're like, oh my gosh, I just was so good at putt-putt and blah, 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 blah. You just can't shut up about it. Well, the same thing if you're being intentional about your workouts, if you're being intentional about your nutrition. You really can't shut up about it because your energy is better. You're feeling better. You're glowing. Everything is just good. And if you're reading personal development, then that's like everything times 10 because that's good stuff you're putting into your brain anyways. The mindset. You have to invite. Because if you don't invite, all you're doing is just being really freaking awesome and inspiring to other people, which is not a bad thing. But how many people are you inspiring to do it on their own? How many of you guys have started your journey before Beachbody on your own and failed? Look at that. Dang near everybody. You know why? Because people need support. People need someone. And guess what? You are someone's someone. But you can't be their someone unless you invite them. Look at all the things that you love about Beachbody. Now think about if that was ripped away from you. That is what you're keeping from other people because you're afraid to invite. Because you can't find the perfect placement of when to put out that invite. And I said this before, and at first I hated myself for saying this because this is like tough love. And if you've been with me longer than a day, you know I'm not very good at tough love. This is tough love as I get ready. This is truth bomb. If you're not inviting, you're being selfish. You are keeping something incredible from people. You are preventing them from changing their lives in more ways than one. You're preventing them from community, from physical and emotional and mental change and improvement, from financial success. You're keeping so much from them because you are letting your fears stop you from inviting them. And that right there is selfish. I've made it my mission to be selfless because I'm a giver. I will give the zip up off my back to someone if they need it. Oh, sorry. I will go through questions at the end just to let you guys know. But if I don't know if someone needs my help, how can I help them? If you don't know that someone needs your help, how can you help them? You won't know unless you ask, and that's when you invite. Now, here's the thing. When you're inviting, okay, I'm going to talk real quick. So yes, I did mean inviting, like, sometimes it depends on what you're inviting them to. To me, it's person-based. I'm not going to invite everybody to be a coach because I'm very picky and choosy who I want on my team. Because like I said, you guys are my girls and guys that I want to hang out with all the time, right? And I don't want negativity on here. I don't want people that pull, like, stop laughing, Tommy. I'm trying to be hip with it here, okay? Jeez. Gonna take some getting used to it. I'm trying to be, yeah. Anyways. So you're not going to invite everyone to be a coach on your team. You don't want everyone's dad, grandpa, brother, sister on your team. You want to be picky and choosy, and you have a right to be selfish on who's on your team. So each conversation can go differently. Maybe I'm going to invite them to coaching. And I talk to them about coaching and what it's done for me. When I'm talking to them about a challenger or challenge group, we have team-wide challenge groups that run all the time. We have open accountability groups. There's clean eating groups. There's 21-day fix. There's core to force. There's all sorts of challenge groups that you can invite them to. If you are not ready, let me put this out there. If you are not ready to run your own challenge group, ask me or your upline to help you first. We don't want you to feel like you're thrown into a pack of wolves and they're just like, hey, have a great time. See you later. We're always here to help, but you want to make it intentional that you want to help them. And the best way to help them is to give them what they need. But you won't know that unless you ask what they need. So here's the thing. So I wrote down, help find what works for them, but I'm going to take that out of there and I'm going to tell you guys why in just a minute. So first off, I'm going to give you questions to jot down that you guys can ask people after you invite, after they're interested, after they say you're inspiring or whatever the conversation is. First, you're going to ask them what their 30-day goals are and their end of the year goals. You want one that's closer because that puts what's the word? Dang it. An urgency. There you go. I got it on my own. Hey-yo. It puts an urgency on it, right? In 30 days, where do you want to be? Now, in a year from now, where would you want to be? Then you ask them, where do they struggle with the most when it comes to reaching that goal? If they want to lose 15 pounds in 30 days, where are they struggling with the most? Is it finding time to work out? Is it not knowing what to eat? Is it they're an emotional eater? Is it they work out 90 hours a day and they feel like their nutrition is on point, but they're not getting anywhere? Where do they struggle with this the most? Then you're going to ask them if they have support on their journey. And this is a new question I've been asking. Do they have support? Most of the time you're going to hear, oh yeah, my wife or my husband. But I'm going to tell you a little secret if you guys didn't know. No spouse can give you the support you truly need. I'm telling you this to be real because I'm gonna call my girl Danielle out here for a second. I know that her fiance Joe is very supportive of her and everything that she does. Danielle was just on the 3-day refresh, or is. Danielle's fiance, Joe, was eating Cinnamon Toast Crunch and pizza while she was on the 3-day refish. And although he is super supportive, he doesn't get why she's doing that, right? And although Joe wants to do it now, but they don't understand. When I was married to him, and I still aren't friends. When I was married to my ex-husband, now Shane, yes, we were on our journey together, right? You guys, I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen his after photos when we were together. He was very strong and fit and stuff, but the man could put away a Papa Murphy's extra large pizza by himself and still have abs. And I wanted to punch him in the gut, like, you're a jerk. And he's like, oh, just have 4 pieces. You don't get it. That's not the support I need. That's like my girlfriend saying, oh yeah, your eyeliner is on point when it's really not on point. So you need someone to be like relatable. Listen, I understand that you want those pizzas. Maybe you can have a half a slice or a slice and some salad or some grilled broccoli or whatever. But they don't give you the same support. So when people say, oh yeah, I have amazing support, my wife, my husband, whatever. But then you got to be real with them. How do they support you? How has that worked out for you with your results that you've been wanting? And sometimes it's like a kick in the gut, like, I love them, but I guess they're really not that supportive, because guys and girls are different. The way they lose weight, the way they gain muscle, you know, girls lose it first where they actually want it the most, you know, things like that. And the other sex doesn't understand. So you want to make sure to ask. Anyways, then you want to ask, how would they feel once they reach that goal? How would you feel in 30 days if you reached that goal of 15 pounds? How would you feel? Really put it in perspective for them. Because the more you have them thinking, it's really going to open up their mind, right? It's going to really open up, like, what are the things I'm not doing? What are the things that I need? What are the things that I should be doing? And why do I really want to get there? The reason this question is so important is because we talk as Beachbody coaches about our why a lot, right? Why are you a Beachbody coach? Why are you on this journey? It's your why that keeps you going. But if you don't introduce them to their why, how would this make you feel? Why do you want to feel that way? They're going to be lost. They're going to be like, I don't know why I'm putting in this effort, or I don't know why I want to spend $140 or whatever it is. You have to give them that gut check. Like, really make them feel the feelings. That's a weird quote. Feel the feelings. Then after that, then you could talk about different options that could work for them. And I know I have a mastermind group chat, and I believe it was Jackie or Jill Bodish that asked this question, and I'm going to touch on this real quick. So I used to give the breakdowns, like if I'm talking about the 21-day fix for someone, right? I would list every single package possible. I would start with just the kit. So there's the 21-day fix, right? It comes with the program, the bonus workout, the schedule, and a meal plan for $59.85. Or you can get the challenge pack, which comes with, you know, I would do the breakdown and I would showcase the value in Shakeology. I'd say you'd get 30 meals or 30 days worth of Shakeology, which is 30 meals you can plan or budget for, which you don't have to plan or budget for 30 days, on sale for $140 plus BOD trial. I would explain that. So I would break down every single one, but now we have this amazing thing called the All Access Pass. So the reason why I brought up Jackie or Jill, and forgive me if I'm wrong, I'm sure it was one of you guys, but how to incorporate the All Access Pass when someone's interested in a challenge pack or just a program. So I always include the All Access Pass. For those of you who don't know what the All Access Pass is, Beachbody unlocks every single program in the Beachbody On Demand library. This is regular programs. This is Beachbody exclusive. This is deluxe workouts. This is the brand new 3 workouts that are going to be launched over the next year. You get it for an entire year. This is huge. There's no gym membership under $100 that you can get multiple different workouts from. This is huge, and I always incorporate it. So now when I'm talking to them and I'm talking about a program that might work for them or whatever, I always bring up the All Access Pass Challenge Pack too. Because just for $30 more than a regular challenge pack, they can have a year's worth of different programs plus some, in case they ever get bored, in case the workout is not their forte, in case they rather work out with Sagi instead of Shalene, like my bobbleheads, or in Success Club, you get a bobblehead sometimes. But I always break it down for them, and I always show the value. But what happens if I'm fearful? What happens if I'm afraid? What happens if I limit talking about things? Actually, if this deal ends in February, the deal does not, well, the sale ends at the end of February. They're going to continue the All Access Pass, but they're upping the price. I don't want to be steering you guys wrong or anything, but there was chatter, and I think it's either going to be $230 or $250 moving forward. But if you think about it, they're going to get the best deal if they get on it within the first 2 months, because they're going to have the entire 2017. Does that make sense? So I break down the All Access Pass, and what I let them know about the All Access Pass is, if they're interested in Core de Force, if they're interested in P90X, Insanity, whatever program, I say, you know what, you can get this, and Master Hammer and Chisel, and Piyo, and 21 Day Fix, and this, and this, and this, and this. And you can get the exclusive Fixate cooking show, where you can stream delicious recipes for meals, snacks, and even drinks. Plus your first 30 days of Shakeology for $199. You have to break it down for them, and you have to not be afraid, because so many times people think if they throw money in the mix, they're going to be salesy, or they're going to be pushy, or they're going to be convincing. But truth is, people can't get stuff like that for free. I know people want free, and I know a lot of you have been giving advice over and over for free, right? And you feel redundant. Redundant, is that the right word? That's the right word, right? Maybe? Yeah, whatever. You guys get what I'm saying. But you have to understand, they have to invest in themselves. If they have 30 pounds to lose, if they have a nutrition that's completely out of whack, if they have minimal time to get in results that they want, they can't do that at the gym. I'm sorry. They can't do that at a spin class. It's convenient to work out at home. You can get so many awesome results in 30 minutes a day, under 21 days, 30 days. But another thing to remember when you're talking to them, it's not a 21-day transformation. It's not a 30-day transformation. We are working at this year-long and keep on going, because we are changing lives. This is a lifestyle change. We are not promoting It Works or Advocare or whatever those things that you put on your arms or butts or whatever those stickers are. We are not promoting that stuff. We are promoting lifestyle changes. It's not something that we're going to stop doing in 30 days. We're not going to be done with our program and be like, peace out. I'm going to be this way all the time. You got to keep on it. So we got to talk to them about it. And that's also why the All Access is so valuable. Now, this is getting long. Sorry, guys. I thought I was quick with it. I only had one page, too. Jeez. Okay. Last, but most importantly, how to be the best coach. Who wants to be the best coach? I hope everybody, just raise your hand. Raise your hand, everybody. Yes. Perfect. Good job. Okay. The best way to be the best coach does not mean you're a nutritionist, does not mean you're a personal trainer. Sorry, not sorry. It does not mean you need to be a coach over a year or 5 years, or you need to be a 10-star diamond, or you need to be making $1,000 a week. That does not mean you're a best coach. The best coach means you are someone. You are being there for them. You get them plugged in. Plug them into a challenge group. Plug them into a support group, whether it's on Facebook through the My Challenge Tracker app. Maybe they don't want that. Maybe they just need to check in with you daily. Maybe they want to tag you in their Instagram photos every day. But you have to ask what they need and get them plugged in. Now, the best thing I could suggest is daily check-ins in some way, shape, or form. If they're not in a group, either Snapchat friend them, Instagram friend them, text them, whatever. There's a great app called Marco Polo. It's like a y'all get me? It's a video app. Whoa, that took a long time to say. It's a video app where you could send each other short little videos back and forth. So it's a free app. It's called Marco Polo. It's fun. Now, here's are a few things that I started doing that I am not going to do for your challengers. Yes, I host team-wide groups, but my challengers are my babies. So you have your own babies. So this is something that I'm going to empower you guys to do yourself. Okay. And this is, remember way back when I said, be fearless. This is where that's going to be coming into play. Because once you invite someone, once you make that friendship with someone, they're your friend. You told them you're their lifetime coach to help guide them, to help them along their journey. They don't want to hear from me. They don't want to hear from Teresa. They don't want to hear from Jackie. They want to hear from you. So what I'm going to start doing, and let me take this back for a minute. So I went to leadership this year, and Ali Upham or some top 10 coach talked about how she gets on bi-weekly phone calls with her challengers. You know, not every challenger of yours is going to have the same schedule as you. So they're not always going to be able to make what time frame you allow, right? But she says getting on a one-on-one with your challengers helps them stay on track. Plus, it builds that trust, because how else do you communicate? On Facebook, through texting, through photos? There's a personal touch missing, right? So that's something I actually started doing with just my challengers. I've only had a handful of them doing it because my family time is very important to me. And I'm sorry if it makes me look bad, but I only dedicate one evening a night to my business, and I devote it to you guys because I want to spend the rest of my time with my kid. I'm sorry. I'm really not sorry, but I'm not going to take that time from my son. So you set time when you can that works with your schedule, and ask when it works with theirs. The phone call could be 5-10 minutes long. It doesn't need to be anything crazy. Talk about their successes, what's working, what's not working, and any suggestions that you have. Okay, so that's been great. But then I started noticing something. There's something missing that my challengers aren't getting. See, if you guys know me in real life, you know, like I'm like this person-oriented person. Like I love people. I love hugs. Like I love the community feel. I love the family feel. That's who I am. I love this. Like I love seeing your faces. I hate Facebook live videos or YouTube videos where I talk and all I see is my face. I need that interaction and that vibe. And I feel like a lot of my challengers don't get that. So this is something I'm going to start doing. And like I said, I'm empowering you guys to do this yourself. Be strong and fearless. You can do it. I'm going to start hosting weekly Zooms for my challengers only. And this is going to be scary for a lot of them because they're new, because they've never been on Facebook video or a video before, because they're afraid of everything. Think back when you first started your challenge group. And I'm sure there was a post about transformation photos or take your before photos. How many of you actually liked taking your before photo? Anybody? Everyone's like, whoa, okay, you guys just, okay, all right, get it. So people are scared to share that stuff and show up and be vulnerable, right? We all know how hard that is as a coach. But what I'm asking of them is to show up. I'm not going to say you need to turn your video on. I'm not going to say you need to speak. But I'm going to give them an outline of what we're going to be talking about. And how I'm doing this is thanks to Jen White. She encouraged me to do a customer-based About Me form. If you guys are my personally sponsored coaches, you got an About Me form in your welcome email. I have them all. Hey. But, so yesterday I created, thanks to Jen, I created a customer-based About Me form. And I sent it to all my challengers in my health bet. And I said, I talked about what their goal they want to achieve in 30 days, what the biggest struggles are, just things like this, basically when you were inviting them. But I wanted them to get more specific. So when we go on the Zooms, what I plan on doing first and most important, we're going to celebrate small successes. And why this is so important to me, because I've noticed 5 years into coaching that people don't share their successes because they don't think it's good enough to share. I've only lost 10 pounds. I've only lost 30 pounds. I've only dropped a pant size. I haven't lost any inches or any weight in only inches. To me, that's amazing process. That's amazing progress. But I don't want anyone else feeling like it's not good enough because the scale doesn't move or because the measurement tape doesn't move. I want everyone to feel empowered and encouraged to keep going forward with their small successes, whether they chose a broccoli over brownie, or if they drank one more bottle of water today, or if they turned down Taco Tuesday. They would not be my friend if they turned down Taco Tuesday. But, anything that makes them feel like they made progress. It doesn't have to be scale-based. It doesn't have to be measurement-based. If they stuck to the container system for 3 days, that's great. If they've been doing their workouts first thing in the morning when they're not a morning person, that's great. Christina, I'm thinking about you, girl. Boop, boop. But I want them to come on the call and I want them to be like, listen, if you're, I'm not going to say if you're shy, I'm going to say if you're not comfortable enough, you can put it in the chat box. But I want everyone to celebrate one small success because I want them to feel the value in every success, no matter how big or small, because this is so important. And so we come and we talk about small successes and we celebrate them together. And then my topics are going to be the common struggles that I asked them in the About Me form. And I'm going to share the About Me form for you guys in the doc section in the Big Team page. And I will get you guys hooked up. But, and then I just don't know where I was going from them. But then, oh yeah. And then I'm going to invite all my challengers, not just from the health bet, from my previous 21-day fix group, from my core de force. So sometimes they're going to be small. Sometimes they're going to be big. It doesn't matter, but I'm going to keep showing up for them. Because in the end, I want to be the best coach I can for them. And the way I know how to do that is be there for them. And let them feel my energy. Let them feel my craziness and my vibe. You don't get that through text. You get that through voice. You get that through video. I can't travel to every single one of their houses as much as I'd love to. But this is the best way I could show up. And in the end, yes, I'd like most of them to become a coach. And so they would feel that feeling that we get to feel every Tuesday night, right? Like, do you guys leave, and please don't say no, but do you guys leave on Tuesday nights being like, oh my God, that was a huge waste of time. Why did I even show up? You feel good, right? Whether you hear from me or other coaches, you feel good because it's a community. You feel a part of something. And so that's what I want to give to my challengers, because I feel like, yes, my coaches are my babies too. You guys are my babies. You guys are my loves. But we need to give something more to our challengers that they're missing out on. You know what I mean? So this is something brand spanking new that I'm going to start doing. Whether you have any challengers or not, you could do this in a free clean eating group. You can just grab a bunch of your close friends and do it. Maybe you have one challenger that you're working with right now, one coach, whatever it is. The more you do it, the more you will grow and the more comfortable you'll get. And I guarantee you, when I'm going to send these girls the Zoom, yes, they're just going to be girls, the Zoom information, I'm going to say, this is, okay, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you the breakdown of the actual email that I sent them, because this is very important. Hold on. It's not going to pull it up on my phone. Oh my gosh. Anyways, what I said is, I understand that this is going to be scary for you guys, because a lot of you have never been on a Zoom before. A lot of you have never showed face and let other people know what you're doing. Because if they're like me, which they are, they hide their journey from other people because they're afraid that they're going to think they're silly for being on there. And I have to say silly because Caitlin's here now. They're going to think they're silly for being on this program. Or if they fail, they don't want other people to be like, oh, I thought you were doing whatever. They don't want to be discouraged from other people or get negative feedback. So a lot of people don't show face, don't tell other people what they're doing. So they're going to be scared when they get on a Zoom. So I'm letting them know. And here's the thing. I shared my vision with them. I shared my mission statement. I said, just to let you know, everyone in this group, everyone on this Zoom is looking for their inner strength, is working on building their inner strength to become unstoppable, just like you. So you have nothing to be afraid of. And if you want to keep your video off, you can keep your video off. If you want to just chat in the chat box, you can chat in the chat box. But feel free to turn your video on. Feel free to unmute yourself. I'm going to let them know what to expect so they're not surprised and be like, oh my God, I'm on video. It's the craziest thing in the world. Technology these days. But that's how I'm going to give back to my challengers. And I'm going to start that right away. For those of you that know me, I'm a peacock. I am not a planner. I know I have a bunch of you that are planners. I don't know how we hooked up. I have no idea, but I love you to death. I need y'all in my life to set me straight. So I'm going to fly by the seat of my pants and probably do it on Thursday. Just shoot a little note out there. But I'm going to start doing it because this is what I'm very excited about this. And this is how I think I could give back the best I can as a coach. And when people have questions, this is a great opportunity to ask those questions. And just like a coach, if one person's struggling in one area, chances are there's at least 5 more people struggling with the same thing. So it's good to answer one question that could help multiple people, right? So that's my little spiel for things tonight. I'm going to quickly go through the chat box to see if there was any questions. You being on a Kindle, you have to remember, sucks when it's at midnight and you don't want to get up. Oh, yeah. That was the only good thing. I had a Kindle Fire, so the screen actually lit up, but I'm such a page turner now. So we should friend new random people. Tommy, okay. Real quick, Tommy. I personally, Teresa said yep. Okay, so it's completely up to you. Me personally, I don't add random people on Facebook because it feels weird to me. I'm like, hey, I see you're a suggested friend. They'd probably go, that's probably what I would get, the thumbs up emoji. But what I do is I follow random people on Instagram based on their hashtags. So if there's something that we vibe with, I'm already vibing with them because they're a spoonie, they struggle with autoimmune disease, they like mermaids, they love dogs, they are a boy mom, things that are my niche, not necessarily yours, Tommy, but it's easier that way. And so to me, it feels more genuine. Some people have great success sending random friend requests. So to each their own. Try it if you like it. If it works for you, great. Jackie said, I always add 10 new people if we have 10 mutual friends, unless they're all friends with Beachbody coaches. That's actually a good idea. I had a friend tell me she wanted to do Thrive for a quick fix. Ew. Oh, that's the patch I was talking about that you stick on your, wherever you stick it. I don't know. Expensive water pills is all of it is. Oh. My business has completely changed when I really realized I wanted to truly help people. My first year and a half of the business has gone hardly anywhere until recently. Building relationships and trust with people is truly the number one key to success. Awesome, Jackie. That's great. Oh, yes, Tanya, I went over when you say invite to challenges and join well, they join you. They join you whether they're signing up with you just as a coach, so you can be their support system. If they want to do a clean eating group, if they want to do a challenge group, if they want to do a coach sneak peek, if they want to do a coach training to become a coach. Ashley said Andrew is over here grumbling. Mine prefers a gym. That's why he isn't a whole lot of support. Yeah, see, guys don't get it. And my ex-husband was the same way for a long time until I introduced him to Siggy and Body Beast, because he wasn't seeing the results he was wanting at the gym. So you can throw that in their faces. I mean, not do that, because that wouldn't be supportive of you, but maybe just encourage and send it in a super loving way. Yes, he could do Beachbody on demand with him. Jackie says, I am super bad about being on the phone all day and all night. It hurts my head sometimes. I even had someone message my sister because I was trying to take a break from my phone and not talk to people while I was busy. I almost lost her because I didn't check my messages. Okay, first off, I want you guys to set strict business hours when it comes to your messenger. Do not be at everyone's beck and call 24 hours and 7 days a week, because what you're going to be doing, you're going to be multitasking, which is half-assing. True story, though. True story. You can't do more than one thing 100%. You cannot do it. So if you are with your kids and you're messaging someone, you're not giving your kids your undivided attention. If you're with your kids and you're messaging someone about whatever, you're not giving them your undivided attention. So make sure that you are a stickler when it comes to your messenger. And I know a lot of you hate it because you're like, Vicki, it's Friday. Man, I can't hear from you until Monday morning. You guys got my cell phone number or email. Just showing up for the first time to your first Zoom is a huge success for them. Yay! Yes, yes, yes. I have to go, ladies and gents. Good night. Oh, Victoria. Oh, I missed you, girlfriend. Yes, voice messages to people instead of texting. That's awesome too. I will let you guys know how it goes. Like I said, I'm going to do very impromptu. We'll see how many show up. And chances are I'll even do a screenshot and share that share that. God, I'm like bad mouthing it tonight. I will share that photo on social media. I promise you guys, I don't talk this bad all the time. I have about 3 challengers right now that are not posting in challenge groups because they aren't 100% on their fitness. So here's another thing. For those of you who have had quiet challenge groups or people not participating, the one thing that I found out is people don't check in on challenge groups because they feel defeated or they feel bad, like they're disappointing you or letting you down or the group down because they missed a workout or they're not on track with their nutrition or something like that. So this is another thing that I would think would help challengers, especially the ones that are quiet in challenge groups. Because if they show up and they feel that community and we talk about successes more than we talk about struggles, I think that's going to make them feel really included, and then they'll be more vocal in challenge groups. I have been encouraging them to reach out to others in the group because I guarantee there are more people just like them struggling. I wish they would post something. Yes, Jackie, I feel the same way all the time. I'm already losing people and we didn't even get a selfie. Angie had to hop off too. I have to go in a minute. Oh, Christina, I'm hurrying. Are you still here? Oh my gosh, I'm losing everybody. Would I be able to ask for some good vibes my way? I have my first job interview in 8.5 years and I'm super nervous. Ashley, we are sending you so much love and positive energy your way, girlfriend. You got this. Got this. Sell them a challenge pack while you're at it. I'm just kidding. Okay, Deborah, you've never let the group down. You guys, as a coach yourself, I know a lot of us feel like we're letting our upline down, or we're letting our coach down, or we're letting our team down. You are not doing what you're supposed to be doing for anyone else besides you. You are on your journey, whether it's to gain financial success, to gain mental clarity, to look good in the size 6 jeans, whatever. Not you, Tommy, but whatever your goal is, it's for you. You're not doing this for anybody other than you. So you're not letting anyone down. Just show up. That's all anyone asks of you. Show up, even if you half-assed your workout. Even if your nutrition wasn't on point today, just show up. Because even if you show up when the time is tough, you're still showing up. You're still there. Okay? And that's what you're teaching other people to do too. So before I lose anyone else, I'm going to take a quick selfie, and then I'll open it up for questions since you guys are still hanging on strong with me. This is a long time. I feel like Josh Coates now. Jeez. Sorry. Okay. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. Thank you, guys. So does anyone have any questions? Or did I cover it all? Oh, Christine's getting attacked by a dog. All right. Does everyone feel good? I have a question. Who eventually, not like tomorrow, but eventually is going to do a Zoom with your challengers?
I'm going to do mine Sundays.
Yay, awesome.
To prep everyone for the week and get everyone motivated for that week.
That's a great idea. Awesome.
Dana and I have thought that we're going to do ours bi-weekly with our challengers.
Awesome. That's cool. Sweet. Awesome. Awesome. Well, like always, it's always great to see your beautiful and handsome faces. I look forward to seeing you guys next Tuesday. And I will upload the docs and stuff in the team page. And yeah. So with that said, I am ending the recording.